Hello and welcome to Speed Force Racing. This is of course Wednesday night, which means one and one thing only: it is time for Division 1 to set the streets of Mexico alight. I'm Energy Dan, I'll be your commentator for this evening, and yep, it's that time again. It's Division 1 around Mexico. It's tightening up at the front of the field, and this is going to be an electric race with a circuit that is pretty much a DRS-led lap. It's going to be very, very tight at the front. I do think we'll see a bit of paint scraping, hopefully no bodywork, but definitely some tyres rubbing and some paintwork swapping. It's a very difficult track to nail round here if you're going wheel to wheel. So without further ado, let's get into qualifying. Division 3 had rain in the race towards the end. Div 2 stayed dry. Will Division 1 be any different? We will soon find out. So just bringing up the standings for Division 1. We're waiting for the session to kick off. And we've still got Harry Kane leading out with 308 points. Harry Kane does have a qualifying ban to serve. In second place is Laser on 284, just nipping at his heels. Then it's Barimi with 169, and then joint with him is actually Nolders. Nolders coming, he was a promoted driver from Division 2 this season, so he's done phenomenally well to be in fourth in the standings. And then we've got Langfell on 166, who's also very close. And it starts dropping off as we go down, but we've got Nico, Pocket Valley, MDJ, Draugen in 10th, Crossfire Strikes in 11th, Jensen in 12th, Fireblaze in 13th, Ivaja 23 in 14th, Coffee in 15th, Blue Rocket in 16th. Let's just get the track map up. And it's actually our usual commentator of Indigo that's out first on track, so we get to see just how fast our usual commentator for Division 1 is. So of course, around this circuit you get 3 DRS zones. And one of them is buy one get, or 2 of them is buy one get one free. So you get the home finish straight, and then of course the DRS zone between turns 4 and 5, or is it 3 and 4? Sorry. And then as you navigate through the S's, you get this short one. It's a pretty much pointless DRS. I don't know why they have it here, but it can get you closer. So here we go. See what Indigo can do. Straight into overtake going down the straight. DRS open, and when does he knock the overtake off? He knocks it off just before the halfway mark for his battery. Straddling the curb. Oh, just locks up a little bit on the right hand side. Looks pretty smooth through there. Looking pretty smooth for my usual commentator. And now let's see what he can do coming through the twisty S section of Sector 3. Ever so closely to validating there. Slight look up on the left hand side. Little bit squirrely as the exit of the stadium section there. Puts the power down, overtake engaged. And he comes across the line with a 114.116. Jensen smashes that with a 113.497. Crossfire Strikes 113.963, just on board with MDJ. Oh, he's actually invalidated. So let's go with Langfeld comes across the line and he goes up to 4th place with a 1:14.976. Rising Star, he slots into 2nd place with a 1:13.651. So that's 1 and 2 for the Haas cars at the minute. Just on board with Coffee 477 into the stadium section. Bit of a slow time, it's 1:14.921, but it's enough for P6 at the minute. So MDJ coming through the stadium section. Looks like it'll be about a 1:14.3. That's a 1:14.6 for MDJ. That's enough for P6 at the minute. Checking in with Noldus, who is up on his time. This looks like a low 14. Oh, nice, just into the 13th. 1:13.793. Enough for 3rd place for Noldus. And Asherman 123 aborts his lap and comes into the pits. CBR Bobby comes across the line 1:19.457, probably a double out lap maybe. And on board with Barimi. Big lock up front from someone there. Looks like that is the Mercedes of Noldus. So Barimi into the S's, big cut on the first left, hugging those curbs. Absolutely taking all of the available circuit. Yeah, this is before 106 at this one. This could be a very good lap. It'll certainly be mid 113s. No, it's not. 1:14.2 from Barimi. So not ideal for the Red Bull driver. Indigo's down on his time. On board with Draugen. He's going through sector 2, taking big chunks of curb, and let's hope these cars in front don't spoil his lap. They stay out of the way, fair play. Into that heavy braking zone, gets the car slowed down, navigates these very well. And as he steamrolls his way down to the S's. Didn't take as much curb as we've seen most drivers do. But does look stable through the S's, but doesn't look the fastest through there. Just a little deep there into the stadium section. And his rear axle got a little bit tail happy there, and he comes across the line with a 1:14.2, improves on his time and goes up to P8. So Lasers invalidated his lap. He'll be going for another hot one. So Crossfire Strikes is up on his time. This could be enough for P2, but could he get the last turn navigated properly and get better than P2? He does. He goes into 1st place with a 1:13.3. The new provisional pole is Crossfire Strikes. So Barham has gone for another lap. He's down on his battery. I'm not sure if he's going to... We'll see what he does. Let's see if he improves on his time. Oh, he does by 3/10. That's a 1:13.964, and that is enough for P6. So on board with Blue Rocket, comes to the stadium section. Looks like he's slightly down on the pole times. Could be around P9 maybe for this run. Let's see. Oh, he goes up to 6 with a 1:13.8. Is in the 1:13s. So Zelux is slightly up on his time by a 1/10.5. Steamrolling down towards the stadium section. Let's see if he gets this turning done properly. Oh, looks good. And it's invalidated through the stadium section. Back on board with Rising Star, currently P4. That's another invalidation from another driver, so that's 2 invalidations on fast laps, and he'll have to abort that. Oh, or stay out, yep. So Lasers on an out lap, still yet to set a fast lap. And we've got a bit of a spinner here in the stadium section from Blue Rocket. It looks like Jensen's aborted his lap. He'll be building up battery again to go. So Laser on another hot lap. Let's see if he can actually get this one set. Takes a lot of curb into that turn 4. He's using a lot of battery. Does look quick through that that set of corners there. A lot of under rotation on the front axle there. Coffey's retired. I think Laser just needs to get this this lap done, get a time on the board. Nice big cut there as we're approaching the stadium section. Oh, that was so close to the invalidation. And overtake on, power into the line. And that is a 1:13.828. That is enough for P6 from Laser from his first hot lap. He will have time to get back, put a new set of tyres on and go again. Just on board with Fireplace, currently in P3, who's slightly up on his time. Oh, it looks like he's aborted. Yes, that's Fireblaze has aborted his lap. So back on board with our usual commentator Indigo. Let's see what he can do. See if he can improve his time. He should be against the 1:13s. He has improved on his Sector 2 time. And he is into the 113s. He goes up to P6. Great lap from Jamie. Who's on a lap? Let's see, Bobby, I think. No, he's down by a second. Noldus down by 2 seconds. So we've got Noldus, Crossfires and Jensen all on, or just about to start hot laps. Oh no, Noldus is retiring. Let's go on board with Jensen because he's the chaser. Currently sitting in P2. Switches off overtake at just about the halfway mark of his battery. And as we get to the end of Sector 1, we will see his split time, whether he's up or down. Is that Crossfires that's just behind him? No, it's not. And he's slightly up on his time by half a tenth. Using every centimetre of the track available to him. Wringing the neck out of this Haas car. He's just lost a few hundredths there. If he nails this, he should be... Oh, he's just gone over! Oh, he was over by probably, what, 10 centimetres, 15 centimetres? And Crossfire's aborted as well. He's invalidated. Wow, but Crossfire's is further back. He should be able to charge his battery. He has. He switched it off. He can go again. Jensen has have to abort this. That's his qualifying done, I believe. Rising Star jumps up into P2 with a 1:13.437. But we're going to watch Crossfire Strikes do his last, final and last hot lap. So here we go. Can Crossfires keep everyone else out of the front row? At the minute it's Crossfire Strikes and Rising Star. The other thing as well about this track is it's a long run down to that turn 1. Unless you're running low downforce, you might actually lose P1 by if you get to turn 1. He's up on his time by a tenth. Navigating the S's. Just approaching the second to last timing line. Let's see if he's up or down. He is improved again by just under another tenth, so it's nearly 2 tenths up on his time. Could we see a sub 113? There's nearly a tenth in each sector. Oh, 1:13.152. What a lap from Crossfire Strikes. Noldus just starting his lap. Indigo is also just starting his lap. Laser. Let's see what Laser can do. He's a little bit further on. He's in Sector 2 as we speak. Just navigating the first stadium section. See if he can keep this planted through the S's. See, Laser is on pad as well. He is a pad driver, which I think for a circuit like Mexico, you are disadvantaged. It's very much a wheel track. No, and he's well down on his time. Oh, he's doing an outlap, that's why. Sorry guys, missed that. Blue Rocket is up on his time by half a second. This could catapult him way up the order. Blue Rocket, and he does go to P2. Absolute stellar lap. So Lord Danny Boy, we've not actually seen this qualifying. He's been hiding away. He's well down on his time as well. Yeah, I think he'll be aborting this one, I think. He can't make it across the line, so I think that's pretty much it for everybody. Yeah, so there you go, secured pole is Crossfire Strikes with a 113.152, ever so close to being in the sub 113s there. Blue Rocket P2, Rising Stars in P3, Fireblaze in P4, we've got a Jensen in P5, Noldus, again a great outing for Noldus in P6, Hashmananen in P7, and we will get back to the order very shortly. So just waiting for the drivers to do their race strategies, any tweaks to set up that they're allowed to do. It does look a little bit overcast. I wonder if there's a chance of rain. So it's very interesting. This race will be very interesting. I think a lot of people are split between the setups they use. Some people favour the low downforce for the straights. Some favour the slightly high downforce for the tight twisty corners. What is the same across the board is, regardless of how much downforce you got, is tyre wear. It is quite high around here. One stop is doable, medium to hard or hard to medium, and according to the game, a two stop is only 11 seconds slower than a one stop. So depending on any virtual safety cars or full safety cars, probably won't see the two stop. Maybe if you get early damage, but because the tyre wear is high, if you get early damage, it's too far for the hards to really make it. They drop off after about 19 laps. You can get them to the end, even if you probably get them 30 laps, but you'd be so slow, especially against all these other drivers that are just, miles above the rest of the drivers in SFR. They are the fastest that we've got. I think you'd be hard pressed to make one hards go that far. So we may see the two stop depending on the safety cars, but I think if there's no safety cars, it'll be a solid one stop from everyone. So a few drivers tonight that we need to keep an eye on is, of course, Harry Kane, who's unfortunately serving a qualifying ban, but he's starting from the back. He really needs to get a good result here. Laser is catching him. So I'm pretty sure Harry Kane will start on the hards, but then again he would lose pace. No, he'd probably start on the medium because he wants to do as much overtaking as possible. But yeah, the drivers we need to watch are Harry Kane in P1, Laser, who's sitting in P2 in the championships, then Bahraini, and then Noldes and Langfell. Lord Danny Boy sitting outside the title fight in a way. You know, he's 144 according to against the 308. So quite a lot of deficit to make up there, but certainly Noldes, Bahraini, Laser and Harry Kane are there. So they're your drivers to watch out this evening. Harry Kane could really do with a great result tonight, so I think if he keeps his nose clean, capitalises on the overtakes that are available to him, and scores some decent points. I mean, you definitely want to be getting in the top 10. I'm sure Harry Kane can, because he's a fast driver. Laser, who's slightly out of position for where he'd want to be. I think he's P6 or P7. He really needs to have a good race tonight. You'd want to think Laser would be getting at least a P3. He didn't look that quick in qualifying. It looked like he wasn't gelling with the circuit that much, but maybe that was just his setup. Maybe it's set up for the race. Again, this is something we will soon see once the race gets underway. And here we go. Everyone's going off for their formation lap. Now let's get some data on for you, shall we? So we've got the tyres. So, quite an even split there. Yes, 2/3 of the drivers. So it's not really even. 2/3 of the drivers are on mediums, and we've got 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers on the hards. So Blue Rocket Rising Star in the front pack have decided to go hards. We've got Bahraini, Draugen and Bobby in the mid-pack on hards, and then at the back we've got Langfell on hards. Everyone else has chosen the mediums. So here we go. All the drivers are lining up. That's quite a quick out lap there, to be honest with you, or quick formation lap. I think everyone wants to get the tyres nice and hot. So here we go. Round 18, Mexico City Grand Prix. Just waiting for those lights. One light, 2 lights, 3, 4 and 5 red lights, and they are away. It looks like Blue Rocket got a great start there. He's drawing level with Crossfire Strikes. Is he going to make it into the lead? He's already overtaken him before turn 1. He's on the inside. This is going to be great for Blue Rocket. Hustling and bustling there. He is on the inside. He's going to get a great turn in there as they slightly make tyre contact there, but Crossfire Strikes comes back at him into turn 3. Blue Rocket on the inside again as Fireblaze comes up the inside. So I imagine Blue Rocket will go up the inside, but then that does give Fireblaze the inside line for this next corner, as the Haas of Jensen all over the back of the Williams driver. Looks like we've got a slow car at the back of Zelux, who's trying to chase down Michael Bulak. As the two Ferraris now very close together as they're putting pressure on the back of Jensen. So it looks like everyone is through nice and clean, no major concerns from any of the drivers by the looks of it. I just see Laser getting dropped by Bobby for some reason. So as we start lap 2 of this 36 lap race, we've got Crossfire Strikes in the lead, chased down by Fireblaze, then by Jensen, and then we've got the two Ferraris of Blue Rocket and Hashmanen all chasing down, but there is a bit of a gap forming between the Ferraris and Jensen. As we just see Hashmanen overtaking his teammate of Blue Rocket, so he's now up into P4. So just a full second now between Jensen and Hashmanen, so that they have broke DRS. So Hashmanen needs to get a move on. You don't want to break that DRS for too long. He's have to use a bit of battery to try and get back up on the back of Jensen. That's Crossfire Strikes. Still in the lead of this race, looking comfortable. So Laser in P10, not the greatest start to a race from Laser, but he's starting to put pressure on these guys and catch up now. As we just see the Mercedes driver of CDR Bobby attacking Rising Star. Crossfire Strikes looks a little bit closer to Fireblaze now. Oh, sorry, Fireblaze has overtaken him, I do apologise. So Crossfire Strikes now in P2. Fireblaze has taken the lead of this race. As we got, looks like MDJ at the back there, has probably gone for a bit of a spin. So look at the gap now between Jensen and Blue Rocket. So Blue Rocket on the hards has been a bit of a cork in the bottle for that mid-pack. So Noldus will want to get past him on the straight. Look at that, there's like 9 or 10 drivers all nose to tail. I thought there's more. I think it looks like the rest of the pack barring one driver is in this DRS train. Yeah, it's pretty much 5th place all the way down to 18th place are in a DRS train. As Noldus goes down the inside, gets to turn 1 first, and the Ferrari's just getting ever so close there, as we just see Blue Rocket get a little bit squirrely coming out of turn 3, and that has given Noldus the breathing room he needs to try and push on and catch up with these guys in front. So our usual commentator Jamie just trying to go around the outside of the Ferrari driver. There's a little bit of tyre contact there from these two. So Indigo with a nice indigo coloured helmet. Just bear me is on the back of Laser. And of course at the back of this pack we've actually got Harry Kane, who's up in a P13 now, so an absolute great start for Harry, chasing down. He'll want to get on the back of this pack and overtake this pack as quick as he can, because just at the front of this is of course Laser, who's his championship rival, who's sitting in P2. And quite importantly, they're both on the same tyre. As you see the sparks coming out from underneath that Mercedes, they're running very low down, low height setup. Mercedes driver trying to put pressure on the back of that Ferrari. Now on the inside, as the Haas tries to squeeze him. On the outside, the Haas gets squeezed and pushed off track, and they've made contact. They've made contact back, and another contact with Laser. Does Laser have damage? That is the question. It looked like side pod damage for one of them. It looks like the wings are okay. Laser really wants to get past Rising Star now. The hard tyres should be coming into their own now. They've warmed up, they've had 4 laps. Laser was absolutely on point with his braking there. It should be an easy overtake for Laser. And he gets it done. So Crossfire Strikes chasing down Fireblaze. I think Crossfire Strikes was actually in the lead then. I think Fireblaze overtook him down the straight. So back at it again for Crossfire Strikes and Fireblaze. And Jensen's not too far behind. And we've got the first time penalty of the session, which is Michael Bualik. So monumental lead for these three at the front. They're doing exactly what they need to do. Probably got another 10 laps on these tyres. Maybe more, maybe less, depending on what happens. But yeah, there's a significant gap now between P3 and Nolus in P4. Oh, we got a spinner of Ashman and 123. I don't know if that was contact or just a spin on his own, but yeah. Look at this gaggle of drivers in the mid-packs. We've got Hurricane making moves now. He makes one. Will he get a second one done? No, not quite. As the Rising Star comes back at him. Oh, contact. Looks like Hurricane got a little bit tyre happy on the rears there. He's just lost a bit of time to Blue Rocket. That Haas car right up his gearbox. Hashmanan and 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings. Oh, has Harry Kane got damage? Okay. Yeah, he has. Harry Kane's got damage. So Harry Kane, another penalty coming for Zeluxi. But Harry Kane's got damage on his left end plate. So he's going to be disadvantaged when turning right. So that is not ideal for Harry Kane. I wonder if that was Harry Kane and Hashmanan that actually came together, and that's why Hashmanan's round. We've got Coffee at the back there, slow in sector 3. Harry Kane not wanting to stick around. He wants to get past this Haskar Rising Star. As Coffee gets a 3-second time penalty on multiple warnings. So all drivers still on the tyres that they started on, but 4 drivers with penalties. So all 3 seconds so far. As Fireblaze now is actually half a second in front of Crossfire Strikes. Coming down now though. Crossfire Strikes goes for the overtake into turn 1. Arrives there first. I imagine Fireblaze will want to get it. Oh, he's getting pressure now from Jensen. So these 3 trading places. Jensen really needs to get a move on, I think. He's getting stuck behind these guys. Will not be doing his tyres any favours whatsoever. So it looks like our usual commentator of Indigo has actually got past Noldus. He's now up into P4, but he's a good 6 seconds behind this lead pack. Coffee with another. Oh, Coffee was the first driver to pit, and he's also retired. A lovely aerial shot there from the helicopter. Question is, of these three, who will be the first to have an ERS deficit? I think that's what it might come down to. Just getting towards getting towards the wearing phase of these medium tyres now. 8-9 laps is pretty much where you're going to start thinking about how much tyre slip you're going to get and how much traction loss you've got. As Jensen practically pushing Crossfire Strikes around that corner. Of course, Fireblaze will probably lose at least one position on the next DRS straight. Although it is a short DRS straight, it's almost pointless, that one, to be honest with you. So, nose to tail through the S's. Yeah, nowhere near enough to make a lunge into the stadium section. So that time between Noldus and Jensen still stick around that 6 seconds. As we've got Rise and Star on the back of Laser. But Laser also has DRS. Harry Kane's in the pit. That's early for Harry Kane, so he's decided to get onto those tyres early. That'd be 25 laps on those hard tyres. It looks like. Why was Harry Kane stationary then? I wonder if Harry Kane was serving a penalty then. Oh no, he wasn't. Oh, it's the wing change. Sorry, yeah. Harry Kane with the wing change. Obviously that wing was affecting him, so not ideal for Harry. 25 laps doing those hards, like I said in the qualifying or the start of this race, that you don't really want to be going above 21 laps on these hards. He's going to lose a lot of time. It does mean, however, he's got a few laps now of pretty fast laps to come. 10 laps younger tyres than anyone else. We've got a lap of warming up for them, and then he should be on some pretty fast laps. I wouldn't be surprised to see a fast lap set by Harry Kane in the next 3 laps. As we were watching Harry Kane in the pits, we've actually seen Jensen get past both of these drivers now. So it's actually inverted. We've now got Jensen in 1, Crossfire Strikes in 2, and then Fireblaze in P3. But I do imagine this is going to change again on the next lap. So let's just stick with these guys and see if we can actually catch an overtake on this race. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So clean from all these drivers. It doesn't look like they've had any warnings, not from what I've seen. I've got Noldus now down in P8, so I think something's happened with Noldus, whether that's a half spin or an issue. Laser still sticking strong in around P9, but it's kind of gone a bit stagnant as Laser's race. He kind of needs to get past Noldus and then try and use Barimi as a way to get towards this front pack, but they're not totally out of it, but there is a sizable gap. I mean, with the deficit you've got between Bobby and Fireblaze, a few more penalties coming thick and fast now. With the deficit you've got between Bobby and Fireblaze, I think the best Laser can do is probably P4, unless there's a safety car. see Blue Rocket now just putting some pressure on Bobby, and he's got past him in sector 1. So the Ferrari driver Hashman getting a penalty there. He started off so well. He's now pitted for a fresh set of hards, and he's down in P17. A little bit of contact there from Laser and Noldus. Dragon gets a 3-second time penalty. Looks like Laser was slow at that corner. He's getting some major pressure from Rising Star now. Laser comes out, takes the inside line. As Rising Star does get past Laser. So Jensen's lost the lead. Crossfire Strikes is now back in the lead, and we're going to stick with these for 2. I say let's do a good 2 laps, because yet again I've missed the overtake. Yeah, Electro down in the chat saying Blue Rocket looking good, needs to get ahead of the medium runners before they pit. Yeah, I think you're right there, mate. He does, but he's got a big deficit, as we see Jensen in the pit. So Jensen's first to blink out of these 3, and that is a great move, because of course he will have 1 pit of really good tyres and maybe even a bit of DRS from the people in front. As we've got a slow moving Zelux. Is he retired on track? DNF, it looks like Zelux retired on track. So that'll be... Oh, wow. That's amazing. It's always good when that happens. So I imagine with the Jensen pitting, I believe Crossfire Strikes and Fireblaze will be forced to pit just to cover off from that. I think they'd be pretty silly not to pit, otherwise I think that'd pretty much be handing it to Jensen. Oh no, wow, Crossfire Strikes is staying out. So Crossfire Strike stays out. Oh, a little bit of a snap of oversteer there from Jensen. Let's see where he comes out. Fireblaze just exiting the pits now. He actually gets out in front. Jensen is in front of Fireblaze. And the only problem now is Jensen will have nice warm, well not nice warm tyres, but warm air tyres. So Fireblaze needs to put some pressure, at least get some pressure on him now and get these tyres warm as quick as possible. It's settled down, looks like it's about a second. I've just seen Jensen there flashing. I wonder if he's forgot to turn his ERS off. Yeah, they're both kind of the same. Yep, Crossfire Strikes is into the pit, taking out the corn on his way in. So where will this leave them? think he'll be comfortably ahead. Yep. It looks like Crossfire Strikes has lost out there. I imagine when it settles down, that delta between Crossfire Strikes and Fireblaze will be about 2.2 seconds. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looks like 2.2 seconds. So he needs to make up now. However, that does mean he will have slightly fresher tyres towards the end. So we are obviously going to see Barimi, Blue Rocket, Dragon and Rising Star all pitting probably in the next 5 laps. Laser sitting P2 in the championships, getting stuck behind the usual commentator of Division 1. Fireblaze, there you go, setting the fastest lap there with a 1:15. So Indigo at the front of this pack won't have DRS, but Laser will. This should be an easy overtaking to turn 1. Decides to defend on the inside, so Laser goes around the outside into turn 1 and now up into P9 on those fresh hard tyres. Next in line is of course Langfell on used hards, so this is pretty good for Laser. If Langfell stays out, he should be able to get DRS, and that will help him defend against these 4 drivers behind him. So hopefully by the end of this lap he will get DRS. Langfell is harvesting. Laser always seems to catch up in that stadium section, that heavy braking. And he's right on the back of the Alpine driver now. That'll be great for his exit. Oh, Laser open the door for him then. Indigo goes back through. Not ideal, well, it's not what Laser wanted there. However, he will have the DRS in this section, but Indigo now has the DRS. Crossfire Strikes still around 2.3, 2.4 seconds. We see Langfell having issues there. He's dropped down to P12 now. Ashmanen with another town penalty. So are we going to see Crossfire, Fireblaze and Jensen swapping DRS? Because if they are and not fighting, then that's going to be bad news for Crossfire Strikes, as Indigo sets the fastest lap, 1:15.664. But I think if these two work together, this could put Crossfire Strikes at disadvantage. He's now at 2.8. It's dropping. I imagine soon to be nearly 3 seconds, and Crossfire's actually got Dragon on his tail on used hards. So Fireblaze set in purple, sector 1. Just see the RB of Crossfire Strikes coming around the corner in the background. So let's see what happens on this next DRS straight. Are they going to swap back again? It makes sense to swap back, work together, and at least get rid of one competitor from this fight. Big lock up there from Crossfire Strikes from the helicopter shop. And yeah, he's dropped another 10th in that stadium section. So yeah. So Fireblaze doesn't squeeze him. Looks like these two are working together. Absolute amazing work. Exactly what they need to do. And it's now gone to 3.2 is that deficit from Crossfire. So we're at that part of the race now. We're going to see Barimi, Blue Rocket and Rising Star getting out of the way. So none of those front three are pitting. And again, swapping DRS. I imagine it'll be 3.6 at the end of the second DRS. The gap between Jensen and Crossfire, but we'll soon see when it settles out after these few corners. Yeah, kind of the same, if not dropped a little bit. I wonder if Rising Star's going to try and get a jump on Barimi and Blue Rocket and pit before them. As Rising Star just picks up a penalty, I think that'll be my time to come in, getting that penalty at that moment in time. Nope, staying out, and Rising Star, yep. Oh, that was close. But yeah, Rising Star with that penalty makes sense to pit first and try and pick up some extra lap time on fresher tyres. So Fireblaze now all over the back of these not back markers, but these guys yet to pit. It's not ideal. However, that does give Fireblaze DRS. It will give Fireblaze DRS, so they'll both have DRS. I wonder if this is going to be the start of an open battle between Fireblaze and Jensen, because with Fireblaze getting the DRS off the Ferrari and they're sure to pit this lap, that means they'll both have DRS going down the home finish straight. So would that mean that gives Jensen Fireblaze the upper hand and keep position? It's still 3 seconds between Jensen and Crossfire strikes as we see one of the cars peel off, but that does mean now that both of these drivers will have DRS, because the Ferrari gives DRS to both of them because they're both within 1 second. Fireblaze Jensen decides to go for it down the inside. Will the Ferrari back out? Yet the Ferrari backs out, but these two are side by side as they approach in turn 1, and it is Jensen that comes through in front. Now this might be their saving grace. This Ferrari just might be the cork in the bottle if he doesn't pit this lap. 3.2 seconds now between Crossfire strikes and Blue Rocket, which would mean it's about 3.6-ish to Fireblaze. Yeah, nearly 4 seconds behind P1 at the minute for Crossfire strikes. So Fireblaze on the back of Jensen. Takes the inside line. Blue Rocket's still out on those tyres, 24 laps. I wonder if he's going to go to softs for like 8 or 9 laps, but I wouldn't imagine they last more than 5 laps round here. Crossfire Strikes is now gaining on Blue Rocket. Dragon set the fast lap with a 1:15.561. Again, Laser P2 still behind Indigo. They've been swapping back and forward all race. At the minute, Harry Kane P11, Laser P6, so there would be a deficit and a change in championship leading deficit for Harry Kane. So we are back to Rising Stars 1:15.113 on fresh mediums. So we've got Fireblaze leading this race with Jensen still working in tandem with them, with Crossfire Strikes now 4 seconds back with the slightly younger tyres between these other two. Just think Crossfire Strikes got a little bit disadvantaged by staying out on those tyres. Jensen got disadvantaged by staying out on those tyres. Yeah, sorry, it was Crossfire Strikes staying out on those tyres for two extra laps. Crossfires was the first to pit. No, sorry, Jensen was the first to pit, then Fireblaze, and then Crossfire Strikes. So now that these two are released into the wild, so to speak, I think this is game on for these two, Fireblaze and Jensen. Clean air ahead, quite a lot of clean air behind them, so this is game on, and let's see what they can do. Indigo and Laser have jumped up into P4 and P5. As you see, Jensen getting past Fireblaze at the end of turn, just going through turn 1. As you see Bobby getting and Bobby retires. Oh, Harry Kane, what's happened to Harry Kane? But Harry Kane and Blue Rocket coming together. Harry Kane on 16 lap old hards. And there's contact between Harry Kane and Blue Rocket. I'm not sure what's happened to Harry Kane and why they came together with Blue Rocket, but he's now lost 2 positions in that. I think Harry Kane not happy about something. Just looked like he was driving a little bit angry there. Hopefully nothing sinister from any of the other drivers. But I'm sure I'm sure we'll see about that in the stewards. As Indigo gets past Laser again. And again, Jensen and Fireblaze switching position. So still that 4-second gap from Crossfire to Jensen, or at least to these two front runners. Yeah, can't see any damage from Harry. So I bet Norris is looking at this and thinking, yeah, you go guys, you keep battling. So I imagine Norris is going to come through at some point with these two scrapping, because I think Indigo and Laser are actually racing. You know, they're not working together. Nolder's got a little bit deep there with braking. Nearly 5 seconds now between Crossfires and Jensen. But Indigo, Ashman and 1-2-3 with another penalty. Not the best outing for Ashman. As they're just approaching back markers now. MDJ at the back needs to get out of the way. You don't want a ghosted car getting in the way of this. Not too bad on the straights, you just drive through them, but he does pull out of the way. But that means Fireblaze got DRS from the ghosted car of MDJ. So there's a back in front of Indigo, again switching positions. Hashman are now on 28 seconds of penalties. See Blue Rocket down 7 positions, Hashman are down 7 positions, but we've got Hurricane up 7 positions. Pretty sure Hurricane needs to put some softs on and go for it. He's got the gap to Langfell. He's got nothing to lose. He may as well take away the fastest lap from these guys at the front. As we've probably just seen, I think that's Hashman in at the back there, just getting a bit squirrely. So on board with Jensen, trying to chase down Fireblaze. Will he make this overtake into turn 1? It should be close. Yeah. He's got it done way before the turn. So 5 laps remaining of this round 18 Division 1 race around Mexico. Who will be the victor, Jensen or Fireblaze? So will Jensen's 1 lap difference in tyre life play a part of this? And yet again, Fireblaze and Jensen switching positions at the front. This could actually come down to who's at the rear when they do the final lap. So it's 32 Fireblaze, no, 32 Jensen, 33 Fireblaze, 34 Jensen, 35 Fireblaze. So it could be Fireblaze leading at the end of the straight on lap 36. Crossfire strike dropping a little bit more time now, just approaching that 6 seconds. Fireblaze and I'd love to see the lap time comparison between these two, because it's going to be nothing in it. as Jensen's not quite close enough. That might throw it out of sync what I said. It might actually be Jensen being in second place at the end of lap 35, which means he's most likely to come out in front at the end of lap 36, but we'll soon see. Here we go, as we go again onto the home finish straight. I wonder if Jensen's building his battery up and just sitting behind because he wants to just be behind on the last lap, on the second penultimate lap, so he can do the overtake. But of course, Fireblaze can be doing the same. He can be building his battery up in order to defend. So we did say at the start of this race that Laser could possibly get P4, and it looks like he's going to secure P4 if he can keep Indigo behind him. With how the front pack got separated from these three that were leading for the first 5-6 laps. Laser was down in P9, P10 at one point. And we said the best he could do is P4, and it looks like P4 is going to be where he finishes, as long as he keeps it clean and doesn't get any penalties, as long as Indigo can get back in his commentary box and leave him alone. So Jensen again opting to stay behind, as we just see Fireblaze just turning off his ERS, so that means Fireblaze wanted to be behind. That was a smart move by Jensen. He hardly used any battery down the home straight. It looks like he's got 100% battery to use on this lap to defend against Fireblaze. So could that be the move of the race from Jensen? Yeah, just looking at the steering wheel, it looks like Fireblaze used about 20% towards the end of that straight. As he got to the straight, it's still a 20% deficit. He will be building that back up now, but will there be a place to overtake here, or is it done and dusted for Jensen? That was so close for Jensen going over the white line there, but he is in the lead as he comes through the stadium section. That was absolutely a monumental move from Jensen. I think he's got it done. He saved his battery. He overtook on the last lap, at the end of the last lap, sorry, penultimate lap. He crosses the line. Oh no, sorry, it's the last lap. It's Fireblaze that goes through. He has used all of his battery though. Jensen's coming back at him. Sorry guys, this is now the last lap. I thought it was last lap before. Oh no, Jensen just getting rear happy on the rear axle there. So it might now be Fireblaze that's in the best position, because it looks like he's got a little bit more battery. We're looking at the graphic on the steering wheel. And unless Fireblaze makes a mistake, that'll be it. Fireblaze is going to win. Because Crossfire Strikes has got a penalty, so that could be great for Laser. So we see Fireblaze taking the last corner of this race. And he crosses the line to take the win. Jensen in P2. Crossfire Strikes will be P3, but I think it'll be Laser that'll take P4 because of that penalty from Noldus. Yeah, P4 for Laser. He does get it. Great move, great race from Noldus there to secure P5. Barrier P6, Rising Star P7, Blue Rocket P8, Dragon in P9. Lord Danny Boy will be P9, Dragon will drop down. I take Harry Kane will get the fastest lap. The Rising Star's got it at the minute. Will Harry Kane take it back from him? Yep, he will with a 1:15.007. There you go, that concludes round 18 of Speed Force Racing Division 1. Hurricane driver of the day. So there we go, guys. Fireblaze in P1 taking the win there. We've got Jensen in P2, Crossfires in 3, Laser in 4, Noldus in 5th, Barimi in 6th, Rising Sun in 7, Blue Rocket in 8th, Dragon in 9th, Lord Dannyboy in 10th, Hurricane in 11th, and Langfeld in 12th, Indigo in 13th, MDJ in 14th. So there you go, that concludes that amazing race from our Division 1 drivers. Next week it will of course be Division 3 kicking off the action on Monday night, then it's Division 2 on Tuesday and Division 1 on a Wednesday night. So stay tuned, guys, and do catch us when we go live. Thank you for being your commentator this evening, Energy Dan, and I will see you next week.